Good evening, Belize. It's Thursday, and this is News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Tonight, a procurement controversy that has rattled the Ministry of Defense. But Cabinet Minister Karim Musa says the firestorm over Mira Millions may not be a political setback. He says it could be the moment government is forced to clean house. Also tonight, free speech, defamation, and the future of online accountability. A high court case and proposed changes to Belize's broadcasting laws are now raising one major question. Who pays the price for what is said on the internet? And the son of a government minister in trouble with the law. Police are expected to arrest Stoney Anson Ferguson after a routine traffic stop in Placencia allegedly turned into a confrontation involving resisting arrest, assault on an officer, and damage to a police mobile. Plus, former Ombudsman retired Major Herman Gilbert Suazo wants answers. What happened to the investigation involving 9 Haitian girls brought to Belize in 2023, now in the care of individuals connected to Beauty Out of Ashes? And back to school relief. Government is bringing back GST-free shopping on school supplies. And this year, the list is even longer. Those stories and much more are just ahead. In 60 seconds, News 5 starts now.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Welcome back. Rather than seeing the Mira Millions and Ministry of Defense procurement controversy as a political liability, Cabinet Minister Karim Musa says it could become a turning point for government reform. Musa argues that the scandal has exposed weaknesses in Belize's procurement system that can now be addressed through stronger safeguards and oversight. With the next general election still years away, he believes the Bersenio administration has enough time to restore public confidence and demonstrate accountability. Musa is also calling for automatic alerts to flag unusual spending activity, particularly when large sums are dispersed through hundreds of smaller invoices in a single day. Despite the growing scrutiny, he maintains that Belizeans continue to place significant trust in the People's United Party.
What I would say to that, Paul, is that we are 1 year into our second term in office. We are 4 years out from the next general elections. The People's United Party government is in a good position to make it right by the Belizean people. We have an opportunity to fix procurement, which has bedeviled us for decades, not just this PUP administration, past UDP and PUP administrations. We have an opportunity now to make it right for the current procurement system and moving forward. And what does that entail? As the Prime Minister said, we're going to create an actual procurement unit, but in the meantime, we also have to put in place alerts for these under 10,000 payments that are coming out, because there's no way that the Ministry of Finance should not be alerted when a particular ministry is making so many payments in one particular day. And so there has to be alerts put in place, and as the Prime Minister said, anything under 50,000 we have to publish every single contract and every bid that was put in for that contract. And that might not be something that the people who are bidding are happy about, but at the end of the day, transparency and satisfying the Belizean public that they are getting the best value for money is what is important. So I think moving forward, we have an opportunity to fix that. And I personally think, while it may seem like a strained relationship, I think people have more trust and confidence in the PUP administration to get things right. And so I feel confident that that's what we're going to do.
Instead of weighing in on the optics of cabinet ministers having family and political connections to Ministry of Defense suppliers, Cabinet Minister Karim Musa is steering the conversation in a different direction. Faced with questions about those relationships, Musa offered a cautious response, insisting that the focus should not be on who is benefiting from government contracts, but on whether taxpayers are getting the best deal possible. In his view, the key test is simple. Can the supplier provide the goods or services at the lowest cost while delivering value for money?
You frowned on the revealed familial and political ties between some of your cabinet colleagues and these suppliers?
I think you're referring to the case of the Miras.
There's a case of the Miras. There's a cabinet secretary now, the Prime Minister's brother. We could go on and on.
Yeah. So again, that is something to be determined by the Auditor General's findings. But I guess we can speak on the Mira issue. But those are companies that were incorporated long before the Miras, or sorry, the minister actually became the Minister of Home Affairs, and they were supplying to the government, albeit not at that very large scale. So those are established companies that
MP
were.
Farms was registered under the PUP administration during.
I'm not sure, but from what I understand, I think it had a name.
Before.
Mira Produce. I don't know what it stood for, but the same individuals changed the name of the company to MP Farms, but it was something before that. I don't know though.
But do you support that sort of business?
I support transparency, Paul, and where we go from here is extremely important. And so putting out the bid. So if the Miras are offering the same vegetables at a lower cost than, say, Seaview or Brody's or whichever other vegetable supplier, then we should go to the Miras, but at the end of the day, it should be published for transparency purposes.
When a government invoice lands just below $10,000, it may not raise eyebrows on its own. But when hundreds of them follow the same pattern, questions begin to mount. News 5 has reviewed and investigated scores of invoices that appear to stay under the threshold that would trigger greater oversight. Critics say it points to a deliberate attempt to avoid scrutiny, while others argue it may simply be a faster way to get government business done. Cabinet Minister Karim Musa says he believes the practice is not limited to one ministry, but happens across government.
Do you think these below $10,000 payments is a matter of efficiency or intentional to avoid further oversight?
It could be both, Paul. It could be both. As you know, anything over 50,000 has to go to the Contractor General, and so you have to question. You have that right to question. And 10,000, yes. So in terms of contracts and then in terms of payments, it has to be under 10,000. And so it could have been that, and I think that is what the Auditor General's report will determine for all of us.
When you were at Home Affairs, was the sub-10K payment practice being used, and under what circumstance?
I think it happens in every single ministry, Jo Marie, but I certainly don't think it was on any large scale. It would be for individual cases. So again, that is something you'd have to ask the Minister of Home Affairs.
Cabinet Minister Karim Musa also faced questions about his own time at the Ministry of Home Affairs. Reporters asked whether that ministry had its own list of preferred suppliers, especially at a time when government procurement practices are under heavy scrutiny. Musa acknowledged that Tropicana was among the businesses used to supply boots, saying the company provided the quality and brand that officers specifically wanted. But the bigger question was whether, under his watch, suppliers were ever asked to split or prepare invoices below $10,000 to speed up payment.
While I was the Minister of Home Affairs, we had, I think, 2 or 3 different suppliers. If you recall, we were also the Ministry of New Growth Industries, and on one occasion the ministry even made a policy decision that we are going to purchase boots locally made. That company was Umbraland, and they did supply us with boots locally. They were a little cheaper than the imported boots, but at the end of the day, we had to make a decision based on the officers' satisfaction with those boots. And so after we did that first order, we went back to the supplier. Like I said, there were 2 or 3 different suppliers.
So were one of those suppliers Tropicana by chance?
I believe so, yes. And I think the boots, if I recall, again, I'm not at the ministry anymore, but I'm sure you can verify, the brand I think was Garmon, because that was the one that the police officers preferred.
What was the nature of the arrangement? Did they go through a normal procurement process, offered the winning bid, and then received a supply contract from the ministry?
So I don't get involved in procurement whatsoever, and so that would be left to the ministry, the CEO, and the procurement unit at the ministry. So I don't know what, I'm sure that at some point they had to have had a bid and different estimates provided from different companies, but I can't tell you who all applied.
Have you ever urged suppliers to your ministries who can't get paid to make out their invoices for less than $10,000 so that it could be sped up?
Absolutely not. No.
Musa denies ever encouraging suppliers of the Ministry of Home Affairs to make out invoices for payments below $10,000 to expedite the process. Coming up, crime prevention gets graphic. Minister Julius Espat's new anti-crime campaign is meant to scare young people away from the streets. But critics say the message may have gone too far.
Electronic invoicing, e-invoicing, is bringing a secure digital upgrade to GST-registered businesses in Belize. Here is how the process works. Your business generates an electronic tax document, ETD, like your everyday invoice or receipt electronically. The ETD is securely transmitted to the Belize Tax Service through Vertex Belize, the national digital platform for e-invoicing. The Belize Tax Service validates it instantly and returns the verified ETD to your business, ready to share with your customer, all in seconds. There are 3 ways to get started. Connect your existing accounting software to Vertex Belize, work with a local or international solution provider, or access the free web-based tool to be provided by the Belize Tax Service. Getting started is flexible. For more information, contact the Belize Tax Service at 613-2508 or email etdinfo@bts.gov.bz. Electronic invoicing, simplifying tax compliance through digital innovation.
business just got easier with Medisco. Our dedicated representatives bring a wide selection of products straight to you, right when you need them. Simply choose the items your business needs and place your order instantly, fast, easy, and hassle-free. We offer a wide range of wines, spirits, food, beverages, and hospitality products from trusted brands, delivering quality and excellence for every occasion. Once confirmed, your order is processed immediately and prepared with care for scheduled delivery. From our warehouse to your shelves, reliable service you can count on every time. Ordering made easy, convenient online payment, efficient cashless delivery. Medisco, delivering products and payment convenience to power your business.
Rev up your engines at Puma Energy and get ready for an exciting chance to fuel, fill, and win. For every $30 purchase on fuel, a liter of lubricant, or $10 at Super 7, get a ticket to win one of 20 fuel prizes of $1,000. And here's the thrill. Fill up with premium Clean Tech Pro and double your chances of winning. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Head to Puma Energy and Super 7 today for your chance to fuel, fill, and win.
Open your eyes, family. We the head west. Yes, San Ignacio, we the come. The Open Your Eyes Country Tour is rolling into the San Ignacio Welcome Center. And trust me, you know why I miss this one. From the rich culture and delicious food to the incredible people and lively vibes, we they bring the best of the West straight to your screen. Monday, July 27, starting at 6:30 a.m. live on Greater Belize Media. Open your eyes to beautiful San Ignacio.
A high court defamation case and a proposed overhaul of Belize's broadcasting laws are converging around one central issue. Who should be held accountable for what is said online? Attorney Tiffany Cadle and Kenyon Flowers are seeking a default judgment against 3 defendants, including Sharon May Peters, Teresita Moody, and Leith Dawson, accused of failing to file a defense in a lawsuit over alleged defamatory remarks made during a social media live stream. As the case moves forward, lawmakers are considering legislation that could expand oversight of digital media, potentially reshaping how disputes like this are handled in the future.
As Belize debates new rules for online broadcasters and digital media platforms, a high court defamation case is adding fuel to the conversation about accountability online. The proposed Broadcasting Act 2026 could expand regulations into digital space, prompting questions about who should be licensed and how online content should be governed. Attorney Tiffany Cadle says freedom of expression is a right, but so is the responsibility to ensure published information is accurate.
What is important here, and what I hope that we get from all of this, is that these people, all of these online people who call themselves activists or who call themselves whatever it is that they want, that has an audience of people, they believe that the rules which speaks on defamation, or the different rules per se that Channel 5, Channel 7 have to abide by in terms of whatever information you put out to the public, you must ensure that the information is correct.
Cadle said the dispute stems from a live broadcasted in March, during which she alleges false and defamatory statements were made about her and her husband. Cadle secured an emergency court injunction in early April, ordering the defendants to remove the broadcast and stop making the allegations. But she says the first defendant ignored the order and repeated similar claims several times, including during another talk show over the Easter weekend. Cadle attempted to pursue a cyberbullying charge, but no police action has been taken.
No, I have no problem with people expressing their views online and bringing awareness to things that are happening in the country, maybe where we would not have known. But they must ensure that the things they're saying and they're doing, they are accurate. The information that they're broadcasting is not false information. That is where my issue is. And that is the reason why this case hits me and why I had to sue them.
One of the major public concerns surrounding the bill is who it would apply to. The Belize Broadcasting Authority has clarified that the proposed law is not intended to regulate ordinary social media users, but rather online services that operate like traditional broadcasters. Under the proposal, licensing would primarily target commercial online broadcasters, with factors such as audience size, broadcast frequency, and commercial benefit helping determine whether a license or exemption is required. As the debate continues, Cadle believes the legislation should also capture frequent live streamers who engage in public commentary.
What really the act is supposed to be doing is to provide legislation to protect the dissemination of information by news outlets and online. So if it is that the act is going towards, then there should be no exemption. If it is that you have a platform where you are calling yourself activists, you go up there and make certain comments, whether it's political comments, whether it's religious comment, whether it's just things happening in your community, you ought to be able to have a license and you ought to be able to show that you are a responsible individual to be able to get a license.
Cadle said the case has been adjourned until October 6, with the court ordering judicial settlement talks, while allegations that the first defendant breached a court injunction remain before the court. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
A minor traffic stop in Placencia has grown into a much bigger story about accountability, alleged political influence, and the limits of privilege. Police are now expected to arrest Stoney Anson Ferguson, the son of Minister Rodwell Ferguson, following allegations that he cursed at officers, resisted arrest, assaulted a policeman, and damaged police property. According to reports, Placencia police tried to pull over Ferguson's white cargo truck on Saturday afternoon near Mariposa Resort for a traffic offense. Instead of complying, Ferguson allegedly cursed the officers and sped off before they could issue him a ticket. Police caught up with him after a brief pursuit, but the situation reportedly became more tense when Ferguson refused to cooperate, insulted the officers, and shoved one of them during a struggle. The confrontation escalated further at the police station. Shortly after officers removed his handcuffs, Ferguson allegedly grabbed a large stone and threw it at the arresting officer, narrowly missing him but smashing both the front and rear windshields of a police mobile. Officers say they tackled him as he attempted to throw a second rock. Despite the seriousness of the allegations, Ferguson was reportedly released after calls were made on his behalf. That decision now appears to have been reversed. Minister Julius Espat has reportedly instructed that Ferguson be arrested. Just weeks into his new role as Minister of Home Affairs, Julius Espat is already facing pushback over one of his ministry's first major public messaging efforts. An anti-crime campaign launched under his watch is drawing criticism for its use of graphic images and videos meant to show the harsh consequences of choosing a life of crime. The campaign was designed to shock, but not everyone agrees with that approach. Former Home Affairs Minister Karim Musa says it is not a campaign he would have approved, citing concerns over the graphic nature of the material.
I would not have done it, and I know that different ministers and CEOs have a different style and a different strategy, and so I don't want to be extremely critical of it, because in some instances some people can say that they appreciate the messaging, that at the end of the day you either end up dead or you end up in jail, and so you should not choose a life of crime. But personally, I didn't like the graphic or the images of it, and I personally would not have gone with that.
So you don't think it was an effective form of deterrence for the target?
For me, no, but then again, you have to ask the public whether that was effective. But for me, no.
Musa also noted that he met with Minister Julius Espat and provided advice on how best to navigate the ministry. If you live near a bar, nightclub, or open-air establishment, you may have had to deal with late-night noise, heavy traffic, or questions about how those businesses got licensed in the first place. Now, government says it wants to hear directly from you. Next week, the Ministry of Local Government will bring its nationwide liquor licensing consultation to Belize City, where residents, business owners, and other stakeholders will get a chance to weigh in on proposed changes to laws that have been largely untouched for more than 100 years. The discussions will look at noise pollution, operating hours, licensing categories, enforcement, and how open-air establishments should be regulated. Officials say the goal is to modernize the system and strike a better balance between business activity and community peace. Director of Local Government Clifford King explains.
We know that the sale and consumption of liquor is a contributing factor to a lot of the societal problems we're having, whether it is road traffic accidents, domestic violence, poverty, offenses, sexual offenses, labor offenses. So we know what the problems are, and we now have to bring those realities into a discussion framework. But you will also know that in that application, there are lots of challenges, whether it is with the license types, the license categories, the fees for the different categories of licenses, whether it is in the governance or administration, how the boards are appointed, who become board members, penalties, enforcement issues, the correlation to noise pollution, the playing of loud music. All of those things are creating some challenges for us as a society. We are getting a significant level of contributions, albeit from a very small list of attendees. People don't come to public meetings, my brother. But they are speaking on some critical issues, and I think what they are speaking on represents a lot of the societal views. Please come out, give your inputs, seek your clarification. Even in the current framework, if you're not clear about certain things, ask questions. And I want to say very clearly that we don't want complaints. We want to hear them, but we want solutions. We want to hear what are the recommendations.
The consultation in Belize City for liquor license reform is set for 6 p.m. on Tuesday, July 28th at the House of Culture. Trade license reform is coming to Belize's villages, and for the first time, some rural businesses will need a license and may have to pay a fee. That has sparked concern that small vendors and peddlers could be hit with new costs. But Local Government Director Clifford King says that is not true. He says the reform is meant to make the system clearer, friendlier to businesses, and more useful to village councils. Under the new rules, only businesses operating from spaces larger than 600 square feet will pay the tax. Peddlers and other businesses without fixed premises will only pay a $10 application fee. King says the revenue will go back into improving villages and public spaces.
This new regime really brings a lot of stability and business-friendly provisions that will stabilize and have a more accountable, transparent mechanism for the granting of trade licensing. While it's very business-friendly, it also holds all stakeholders more accountable. And of course, the flip side of it, or the other side of the coin chain, is that in particularly for villages, which is the least publicly financed local authority, the regime will provide some additional revenues for village councils that they can now begin to use to advance the management of their public spaces, parks and playgrounds, drains, culverts, football fields, community centers, public libraries. All of those things, there's a deficit in terms of their management. And we do hope that and anticipate that the new rollout of the rural trade licensing will certainly support the management of public spaces.
People are saying that the small peddlers will have to pay a significant amount of money.
We have to, and when you hear those things, my brother, we have to dispel those things. Peddlers, non-premise businesses are not obligated to pay a trade licensing fee. They can pay their application fee for a trade license, which is a $10 fee. It's only those that have the premise that meet the 600 square feet threshold. That's where it starts from.
The regulations are set to go into effect on August 31st, with rural businesses expected to register for trade licenses by January 1st. Still ahead, an immigration employee is on the run and more than $160,000 is reportedly missing. Tonight, investigators are closing in on what happened inside the Belize City Immigration Office.
At Cellular World, we believe technology shouldn't just be functional. It should make your home uniquely yours. Design your smart home with the full range of Samsung appliances and TVs. Equip your kitchen with smart and stylish fridges, advanced microwaves, and whisper quiet dishwashers, bringing smart living to the heart of your home. Make daily tasks simple with efficient smart washers, powerful dryers, or an all-in-one laundry hub that adapts to your lifestyle. Experience true-to-life colors and spot-on sound with the Samsung Q LED Smart TV. Connect all your spaces instantly with the Smart Thing app for seamless control wherever you go. Get all your Samsung products today with the peace of mind that only the 1-year warranty from the authorized distributor can give you. So stop by your favorite location and start designing your smart home today. Only at Cellular World.
The next station is not just a place. It's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. We carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
Are you enjoying the incredible voices of KTV The Remix Season 8? Well, don't forget, the power is in your hands. This week, each remaining contestant has been assigned a new voting number. To vote for your favorite KTV contestant, simply text the number of votes, followed by a space, then your contestant's assigned voting number, and send it to 585. And remember, you can also send credit directly to your favorite contestant's assigned smartphone number. Here are this week's remaining contestants and their new voting numbers.
Listen to my heart and lay your body next to mine. I really don't think you're strong enough. Do you believe in life after love? We're gonna have a party tonight. Let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate and have a good.
And I'm possessive, it isn't nice. You heard me say
She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son.
Babies, but you won't have your man while he is busy loving every woman that he can.
Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right.
Who will make it through to next week? Your vote can keep your KTV star on the stage. Vote before Sunday at midnight. Join us at The Bliss every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for KTV The Remix, Season 8.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Former immigration employee Jason Flowers remains on the run tonight as investigators dig deeper into missing funds at the Belize City Immigration Office. More than $160,000 is reportedly unaccounted for, and Flowers has been identified as a key figure in the ongoing investigation. Authorities allege he canceled numerous receipts and pocketed the payments. Today, Immigration Minister Karim Musa told reporters that the Auditor General's office has now launched an audit to determine just how far the alleged fraud goes.
The investigation has completed at least the initial phase of it from an internal standpoint, meaning the Ministry of Immigration or Finance Officer has given a statement to police, and that is what prompted police to issue the warning poster for Mr. Flowers. We have information that he is currently in the United States of America. He has been dismissed from his work as an immigration cashier, so he's no longer in the employment of the government of Belize. We have enough information to charge him based on some of the invoices, some of the cancelled reverse invoices, but in terms of the entire scope of the scheme that he was operating, we have requested the Auditor General's ministry to come in and do a proper audit. We want to get it right out of the gate, and so that will give you the full scope of it. I can confirm also that the Auditor General's department is already at the ministry carrying out the investigation. So at the conclusion of that, we will have every single invoice that was reversed by him and or others taking part in this scheme, and then we'll be able to levy all the charges that.
The Ministry of Immigration also placed an Interpol notice for 2 missing nationality certificates. Former Ombudsman retired Major Herman Gilbert Suazo is demanding answers about an unfinished investigation into the case of 9 Haitian girls brought to Belize back in 2023, who are now under the care of individuals connected to the organization Beauty Out of Ashes. Suazo submitted a Freedom of Information request this week, stating that his office uncovered credible concerns related to guardianship, immigration status, child protection procedures, and possible trafficking indicators during a probe that began in 2025. Suazo maintains that while his office obtained information from immigration authorities, key government department failed to provide critical documents and responses before his tenure ended. Now, more than 6 months after leaving office, he wants to know whether the investigation was continued, transferred, suspended, or quietly abandoned. Minister of Immigration Karim Musa says they are looking into the case.
So prior to me taking up the post as Minister of Immigration, I believe it was sometime in the year 2023, it's not 4, it's actually 9 Haitian minors entered the country with 2 adult companions. They are not related to these 9 Haitian minors, but from my understanding and information, they were the foster home taking care of these girls in Haiti. They received, again, based on information provided to me, they received permission to travel out of the country, but temporary, not to be permanent. When they came into the country in 2023, they were allowed into the country based on a humanitarian consideration because of the turmoil, as you know, that has been taking place in Haiti. Since then, the Ministry of Human Development has carried out social inquiry reports. I'm told that there is a second social inquiry report that is going to be carried out to determine the best interest of the children, whether it is best for them to stay here. I don't know whether the parents are requesting the children back, but in my humble opinion, if it is that the parents in Haiti are requesting the children back, then they should be returned with their parents.
Musa says his ministry is collaborating with UN agencies in Belize on this case. A U.S. national wants to claim Belizean citizenship by descent, but there's a complication. His birth certificate lists his parents as being born in the United States, even though that parent was actually born in Belize. Immigration Minister Karim Musa says cases like this are more common than people may think. He says the ministry will not investigate whether the parent committed fraud in the U.S., but it does not require that parent to sign. It does, that is, require that parent to sign a declaration before the child can be certified as Belizean. Musa explains how the process works.
That particular instance is a very delicate one, and it is actually more common than just one case. But what I have been advised, because it involves a birth paper that is in the United States of America that says the parent is born in the U.S., and that parent actually was born in Belize, what we are asking for is that the parent fills out a declaration, because remember now, they'll be producing the child's birth paper from the U.S., which is the source document. So if you're going based on that source document to get a nationality by descent that says you were born in America, you have to clarify for the Belizean authorities to protect our public officers and immigration officers that you are one and the same person. You can't be born in 2 places. And so filling out a declaration when you're applying for nationality by descent saying, I am that person and I was born in Belize. We're not going to get involved in whether it was fraud, maybe you made a mistake or an error in saying I was born in the U.S. It could be something as innocent as that, because you're just filling out paperwork.
Instead of signaling a setback, recent reports about Belize's access to Europe have reignited a long-running conversation about the strength of the Belizean passport and the hurdles many citizens face when traveling abroad. While Spain has clarified that Belize remains outside the Schengen visa waiver program, government officials say that's nothing new, and efforts to secure visa-free access are still ongoing. The issue has renewed focus on the travel restrictions Belizeans face when visiting key destinations like the European Union, the United States, and Canada. Today, we asked Minister of Immigration, Karim Musa, where those efforts stand.
I've heard the Minister of Foreign Affairs speak on that particular issue, and from what I understand, that was a consideration that has been in the pipeline for quite some time, and so it's only now coming to the end of that process, the deliberations. Where we stand, I know what I can tell you in terms of the security features of our passport have improved significantly with the infrared features, the barcode, and all of that. So the strength of the passport has definitely improved in terms of security, and I'm sure that we can always do better in terms of improving the overall strength of our passport.
Foreign Affairs Minister Francis Fonseca said securing a full Schengen visa waiver remains difficult as the decision is heavily influenced by European Union politics, making it a long-standing challenge for successive Belizean governments. Up next, the Baron Bliss Lighthouse has watched over Belize City for generations. But after months of concern over its crumbling condition, the landmark is finally getting the repairs many say are long overdue.
Uses electricity is changing. At home, families are using more devices, smarter appliances, and connected technology. Across the country, businesses are growing, industries are expanding, and communities are finding new ways to live, work, and move forward. Behind that progress, the energy system must continue to grow with Belize. At BEL, modernizing the grid is part of preparing for what comes next. A grid with greater visibility, more accurate information, and better tools to manage energy as needs change. Through investment in digital systems, upgraded infrastructure, and improved monitoring, BEL is strengthening how electricity is managed and delivered across the country. Not just for today's needs, but for the future Belize is building. As new technology emerges, from solar generation to community energy systems, the grid must be ready to support them safely, reliably, and sustainably. This is the work of modernization, step by step, system by system, community by community, helping prepare Belize for a more connected, resilient, and sustainable energy future.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Are you enjoying the incredible voices of KTV The Remix Season 8? Well, don't forget, the power is in your hands. This week, each remaining contestant has been assigned a new voting number. To vote for your favorite KTV contestant, simply text the number of votes, followed by a space, then your contestant's assigned voting number, and send it to 585. And remember, you can also send credit directly to your favorite contestant's assigned smartphone number. Here are this week's remaining contestants and their new voting numbers.
Listen to my heart and lay your body next to mine.
I really don't think you're strong enough. Do you believe in life after love?
We're gonna have a party tonight. Let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate and have a good.
And I'm possessive, it isn't nice. You heard me saying that smoking was my only vice.
Dial about 1,000 numbers lately. Almost rang the phone off the wall. Looking for some hot stuff. She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son.
Babies, but you won't have your man while he is busy loving every woman that he can.
Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right.
Who will make it through to next week? Your vote can keep your KTV star on the stage. Vote before Sunday at midnight. Join us at The Bliss every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for KTV The Remix Season 8.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Insurance fact. Did you know Home Protector Insurance provides liability insurance that is for licensing? Public liability insurance for the hotels and guest houses protects the guests staying at the resort. Tour operators insurance for on-site tourists and marine passenger liability for passengers. You take care of your guests, we'll take care of you. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
Belizeans living abroad say they are no longer content with supporting the country from a distance. They want a voice in national decision-making, and they are now asking government to make that representation official. Today, members of the Belizean diaspora opened the 3rd Belize Diaspora Summit here in Belize, where organizer Araya Lightfoot presented a policy paper calling for a national diaspora plan. Among the proposals is a seat in the Senate for the diaspora community. We spoke with Lightfoot about why that representation matters, and we also asked Minister of Immigration Karim Musa whether government is prepared to consider the request.
So we are introducing a policy paper requesting that the government create a national diaspora policy for the diaspora community. That comes with government and representation. And I think it's bigger than just voting. It's actually having representation. And that might look like something different from different perspectives. Some people discuss the idea of a Senate seat. You have NGOs that are in the Senate. You have the church that are in the Senate. And a lot of these are non-Belizean entities. And so that was some of the discussions that have taken place. Of course, the diaspora wants to vote on national issues because I think it's still important. But again, it's a request for a proposal that these discussions take place.
What's your view on the criticism that participation from diasporans, Belizeans, should be limited in terms of the day-to-day governance issues of Belize because they don't live here?
No, I don't agree with that, because I think that they should have a say, and I'm on record as having said that when it comes to voting in our general elections and city council elections, that we need to consider a possible amendment to the law to remove that 3-month residency requirement and to make room for diaspora Belizeans to be able to come and register to vote.
The summit is being held in Belize City and will run for 3 days. For years, the Baron Bliss Lighthouse has stood as a symbol of Belize City, but earlier this year, concerns about its visibility deteriorating condition raised fears that one of the country's most treasured landmarks could be at risk. Now, restoration work is finally underway. The project goes beyond repairing the iconic monument with plans for shoreline stabilization, beautification works, and a new boardwalk designed to transform the area into a more vibrant tourism destination. City officials say the investment will preserve a piece of Belize's history while creating a safer and more attractive space for residents and visitors alike.
That is actually a project being led by the Belize Tourism Board and the Ministry of Tourism that will see the complete retrofitting of that area, and as I understand it, the reconstruction of the lighthouse itself. And so we're very happy that the BTB has agreed to take on this project. There was significant erosion taking place in that area, and so it was absolutely necessary. But there will be significant beautification as a result of this project. It also includes the construction of a boardwalk that will go exactly around the lighthouse as well. And so very excited to see how that will turn out. Again, I must thank the Ministry of Tourism and the Belize Tourism Board for really leading this project forward.
In 2025, Chief Engineer Evondale Moody warned that the public should avoid gathering near the Baron Bliss Lighthouse because its continued settling and lean cannot be fully assessed, posing a potential safety risk. The government of Belize is bringing back GST-free shopping for school supplies for a second consecutive year, and this time with an expanded list of qualifying items. While the list of items grew, the number of shopping days was reduced. Instead of the 2 full weekends offered last year, families will have just 2 Saturdays, August 15th and August 29th, to purchase school items without paying general sales tax. Belize Tax Services says the shorter shopping period shouldn't negatively affect consumers because Saturday is the traditional shopping day for all families. Deputy Director of Belize Tax Services, Vilma Broster, is encouraging Belizean parents to take full advantage of this year's tax-free days.
The government decided that they wanted to do this on an annual basis. And so for this year, we're looking at 2 days, which is Saturday, August 15th and Saturday, August 29th, whereby persons will be able to buy school supplies, uniforms, tax-free for their kids. The list will be there so they will know what items they can save on. I mean, we will have tennis shoes, the black tennis shoes. I mean, school tells you you have to purchase black, you have to wear black shoes. So those will be GST-free. Your school uniform, whether it be you are purchasing the material or it's ready-made, those will be GST-free. So there's a nice list. It has increased from what it was last year. So we have added additional items onto it, and so that will definitely help them.
What's the reason that the number of days were decreased this year?
There was no real reason behind it. It's just that we're saying that persons, you will make up your mind and you don't know. Saturday, I have all day because you're not really doing much with the Fridays. As per se, I mean, it will work for some people, but to have that overall effect, that Saturday is the best day because then you have persons from out district that travel to Belize and do their shopping. So that way, that was what we were looking at.
How does the tax service prevent from these businesses who might try to take advantage of the tax-free day to overwrite their sales and what you have?
Well, the good thing is that what we do at times, and so without announcing, we ask for your sales ledger for that day so that we can see what was sold. So we can go in the day after, or we can go in whenever we want, and then we get that and look at it.
Consumers can purchase the listed items GST-free from any shop across the country. The next tax-free weekend will be during the Christmas season. After the break, summer break does not mean sitting still. Belize City kids are hitting the court, sharpening their minds and finding their balance through free Belize City Council programs.
In the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Every dollar you save today is a seed for tomorrow. Let your dreams take root and grow. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
Station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Over the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
For students and graduates of the University of Belize, international accreditation could mean greater recognition of their degrees and new opportunities abroad. UB has now taken a major step in that direction by submitting its application for accreditation candidacy to the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The move follows years of internal work to improve faculty qualifications, institutional effectiveness, policy development, and quality assurance. According to UB President Dr. Vincent Palacio, the university now enters a detailed review process that will determine whether it qualifies for candidacy status.
We've been getting things ready. We're looking at qualifications of our faculty. We're looking at different program review processes. We're looking at all the quality assurance issues that a university needs to put in place. So we're at the point now where we feel we have that ready. So we submitted now for accreditation with this international institution. So that is, it took us 4 years to get to this point. So the submission goes in, and then after the submission now, we will have some assessors come down to visit the university to ensure that what we say we're doing, we are actually doing before we get our institutional accreditation. So it's a huge milestone for the university.
And for the students, what can students look forward to in terms of this accreditation? What does it do for the degrees?
It definitely make the degree more credible. Like I said, our students can now transfer to other universities in the world, internationally, easier. Not that they couldn't have in the past, but now, they would often ask, are you from an accredited institution? So we'll make sure that our students will be able to say that, to do their associate degree with us and do their bachelor's degree somewhere else, do their bachelor's degree with us and do their graduate studies somewhere else.
This has been a long-standing issue with the university, hasn't it, where students complain that even after doing some courses, in some instances they've been unable to transfer those credits?
That is true. So we want to make sure now that, the world will know we are accredited. You come and your credits will be transferred. But most institutions, we would say, would accept our credit. But now there's no question, you don't have to bring your course outlines like they normally would when they transfer to an institution. They would just make sure to state that indeed the University of Belize is accredited by an international accreditation agency.
Additionally, UB's medical school is pursuing accreditation from the Caribbean Accreditation Authority for Medicine and other health professions, a process that could only begin after completing a full student cycle. While classes are on pause for the summer, Belize City's young people are staying busy. Instead of spending their vacation at home, dozens of children are hitting the basketball court, brushing up on academics, and even rolling out yoga mats in the park through a series of free summer programs offered by the Belize City Council. The initiative is helping families save money while giving children a safe, fun, and productive way to spend their break. Shane Williams has more.
Once again, the Belize City Council is ensuring that children in this municipality has positive skill and relationship building activities to engage in during their summer vacation. Here at the Birdseye Court, over 40 talented and energetic aspiring young hoopers gather every day in the afternoon to learn the basics of organized basketball from Coach Roscoe Reese and Sitco's inter-office champions Auburn Rivero and Kevin Hamilton.
We invite our residents in the city to continue to support these programs. It is the opportunity for the city to engage with our youths, with our children, have them be in a positive environment during the course of the summer.
The highlight of the Pee Wee camp over the years has been game day, when the participants finally get to suit up for an official game, and their city leaders distribute supplies on the sidelines and demos on the court.
It's always a good activity where you have the Pee Wee participants play a game, and at the end of the game there is we give out backpacks, we give out school supplies, footwear as well. I think we'll be doing some footwear this year as well. And then you have the opportunity to really see the counselors, and I'm thinking myself, but I'm not certain yet. I'm still recovering from the victory in the over 45.
For kids who are more concerned with sharpening up their academic tools ahead of the new school year, the City Hub offers English and maths classes. Today, over 20 kids actively participated in teacher Dennis Thompson's comprehension lesson on the prodigal son.
For those who might not know, the Belize City Council since 2023 has been coordinating educational assistance through our student hubs, offering free homework assistance, mentoring, and tutoring. We are taking it a bit further, and we did realize that there is a gap in terms of literacy. So why not utilize the summer amidst all of the fun, amidst all of the learning, to go back to the basics of math and English.
Summer programs like these cost parents upwards of $200 per week. At the Belize City Hub, these students get valuable lessons from a reputable teacher free of cost. And children who want to escape from boredom at home or the stress of annoying siblings can sign up for yoga in the park on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons with instructor Ida Arzu. The council offers a variety of options recommended by its child advisory body, giving children with a wide range of hobbies opportunities to engage in positive activities of their liking. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, social media lawsuit collides with push for digital media regulation. Alvia Flores commented, "Land of the free, but there's no freedom of speech. Hope whatever was said entails facts. I kind of like they enact this law. Make sure it's fact you're talking about people." Turning to Belize's FOIA is getting its first major overhaul in 3 decades. Sheldon Servio shared, "My understanding is that this information cannot be withheld unless it is classified or poses a national security risk. I would even go so far as to say that every few years, all these files should be made accessible to the public, journalists, and academics, allowing them to explore ways to improve governance, as is done in America." And finally, on Digital Story, his name is Buddy, and he's begun a new life away from abuse. Annabelle Mesa shared, "The real change will come when animal protection laws in Belize are enforced. Animals deserve justice, and those who mistreat or abuse them must be held accountable for the actions. Laws exist to protect lives, and enforcing them is the best way to build a fairer, more humane country with respect for all living beings." Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming, and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.